What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday over here. Bitcoin currently is at about 26.7K, down over 2% today. Very important to be paying attention to Bitcoin right now, especially because if this continues pulling back, it could drag quite a bit of these altcoins down with it. However, if Bitcoin is able to reclaim that 28K level to begin with, that could look a lot more bullish for the altcoins. I've already done a more detailed post on Bitcoin, the technical analysis, and the price predictions for Bitcoin on my first post today. If you guys are interested in that, which you guys should be, because it is the driver of this crypto market, you guys should take a look into my first post today, into what I said about Bitcoin in more detail. It could affect your altcoin setup. Okay, so don't ignore that. Gonna be taking a look into Internet Computer Token, ICP, and see what has changed in this market. This will be the main topic of this post. Gonna be taking a look into this breakout that ICP has had, a little breakout, which has basically retraced back to its breakout point about there. We're going to see if ICP is able to pull off another move back to the upside, or will it actually be making some new all-time lows? Going to be taking a look into some upside and downside price targets, as well as some key price levels to be paying attention to in order for this coin to break into either direction. I'm going to be letting you guys know what I'm personally doing in this market later in this video, so make sure to be staying around for that. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal sentiments, opinions, and speculations. Okay, I could very well be wrong. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets, and I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. All right, so we do have ICP here currently at about $2.90. Okay, down almost 2% today, right? Before I begin taking a look into the ICP chart, I cannot emphasize enough, do take a look into the Bitcoin chart, because Bitcoin, every time it pulls back, the chances of your altcoin pulling back is very big, okay? If you guys don't believe me, just take a look into the monthly time frame starting in November 2021. Tell me which altcoin has been on an uptrend since November 2021, comparing to the Bitcoin chart on the monthly time frame. Now let's take a look into ICP here. Let's see what has gone on in this market. Okay, ICP currently is about $2.90. Okay, talked about this huge falling wedge pattern on ICP. Measure move. That does not look like it's going to happen next week. Okay, I could be wrong, but reasonably speaking, I don't think it's going to happen by next week. Okay, I'm going to put this measurement further into the future. I'm just picking a future breakout date for the sake of getting a measure target. Okay, if it breaks out by the week of November 13th, we're going to get a measure move to about $7. I'm just going to say $7, a little bit above $7.50. So about the $7.50 area. Okay, that's the measure move, which is an estimate only. Okay, it could be over and under. It depends on what type of market that we are in. My personal opinion on what this market is a very iffy market, right? We're not really sure if this is a bull market or a bear market still, right? Even though Bitcoin has broken out of a very long downtrend, but right now, there still could be a couple of scenarios that could happen. So very important to be paying attention to the chart right now. Okay, even though it's very slow moving, right? Now let's go ahead and take a look into the daily time frame here, where I pointed out that this price action has broken out of a smaller falling wedge pattern, okay? And this price action is basically in the middle of that huge falling wedge pattern. So we're trying to get a clue on what could be happening. Would this price action be going towards the upward trend line to take a swing at breaking out of that pattern, or will it actually continue downwards? Now, basically, price action has broken out of this smaller the smaller falling wedge pattern on the daily time frame, right? Measure move was about $3.50 area. This price action broke out, went as far up as about $3.35 area before getting rejected and coming all the way back down here to about $2.90 area. And since then, I do see another smaller falling wedge, right? That's probably more valid on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, I see another smaller falling wedge here. Measure move out of the smaller falling wedge. Would be if it breaks out, a couple of 4-hour candles later, that would give you a measure move of about just right underneath $3.30 area. Now, what did I say about measure moves? They are estimates only, okay? Now, it is very important that you guys go ahead and research what I'm saying. Google search it, falling wedges, measure moves, and then, take a look into other patterns as well that are very commonly formed and be able to recognize these patterns on your own. It's free public knowledge. Just go ahead and do a Google search, and I hope you guys are curious enough and persistent enough to actually learn what's happening here based on technical analysis, because that's very important to be staying alive in this market in the long run. So you don't have to depend on someone on YouTube telling you what they see on their charts, because, this is public knowledge. Okay. Now, so I see a falling wedge that could break to the upside. Okay. The probabilities of breaking to the upside when you're in a falling wedge is higher than breaking to the downside. Okay. But there's still probability that you still could break to the downside. Okay. When that happens, we're going to come back here to revisit what could be going on here, because it's basically, I would say this is like the last stand before this market could make new all-time lows here, right? So let's see if it's able to bounce back from this, because it's very much on the edge right now. Let's take a look into some key price levels for ICP in order for this coin to break back up to the upside here, okay? Now, before anything else, if you guys do want to continue seeing ICP, make sure to drop a comment, like, subscribe, letting me know that you guys do want to see more updates on this coin. If enough of you guys want to see it, I'll bring you guys an update on this coin. Now, your daily 21 SMA, the blue line here, is going to be about that $3.05 area. That's going to be your immediate resistance. Daily 50 SMA is going to be about that $3.15 area, the gray line here. Daily 200 SMA, $4.30, the orange line here. 3-day 21 SMA is going to be about your $3.25 area. It's going to be very hard to see here, but I can't adjust trading view here. $3.90 area will be your 3-day 50 SMA. 3 days 200 SMA is going to be about $7.75 area. Okay. Now you guys can repeat the same exercise to find key resistances and supports based on moving averages, okay, on whatever time frames you guys are interested in. I am more interested in on the daily, 3-day, weekly, and monthly time frames. You guys can also look into past trading history for key supports and resistances. We can do that here for supports, but we don't have that much data underneath, where this price action is right now, because it's basically very close to all-time lows here, right? Which would be about that. Let's come over here even to the weekly time frame so I can get a clear look. $2.80 area. Okay, if you break that, That was basically the previous all-time low here. Then the only other estimate I can give you is based on this bottom trend line of this falling wedge pattern, assuming that this price action doesn't break down from this pattern, okay, which would be pretty low, okay? The first point here, right underneath here, would be at about $1.80, and it can run lower if this price action was to continue running within this pattern. And that's the only other estimate I can give you. All right, so that's basically what I'm seeing here for ICP. What I'm personally doing in this market is that I still have quite a bit of spot positions, long spot positions on quite a bit of altcoins, but I am trading leverage, both long and shorts, for some short-term trades, because we are in a very tight range when it comes to Bitcoin. So it could change very quickly, right? So I just have to adapt to what's going on in the markets. But my opinion on this crypto market overall is still overall bullish, because Bitcoin has been able to stay away from that 24.7K neckline of that double top pattern on the weekly time frame. Take a look into my my first post today. I talked more into detail about that pattern. Now, that's basically what I'm doing in this market here. Let me know what you guys are doing. Are you guys holding, trading? How's this market treating you? Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next one.